What's up, guys? Brian here. Just wanted to show you guys my favorite way to cut metal real quick. Gonna make some dogs for my chainsaw, some cool ones, because I noticed let me just come over here and show you guys. It was kind of not really frustrating, but a little frustrating about the chainsaw that I thought they could have designed a little bit better, maybe. Okay, so basically, let me show you what they look like, the stock ones. And I realize why they did this. They want to sell custom ones. It's just so stupid, though. You'd think with the Pro Saw, they'd already come with the nice dogs on it. What's up, Devin? So, okay, so you see how the dog kind of curves that way? And it's kind of, it's more curved up, right? So, if you want to cut into a big log, right, you have to hold the saw, like pretend this is the log, right? The dog doesn't even touch the tree. But, right there, if you have a dog that's coming out this way, that would stick in the tree, and then you'd be able to start your cut way easier. So, I took the liberty of using my plasma cutter, which is my favorite cutting tool. And, that's really hot right now. Basically what I did was I took the stock one, and I marked right there because the saw, you have to have it curved to right there. That's how it mounts. So anyways, I made some marks, and then I made a custom dog. This is steel, so it's gonna be pretty nice. It's pretty thick. It's thicker than this, so I shouldn't have any problems. But basically I cut it out. It's kind of really rough looking right now. I'm gonna tap it out with it probably right there. That needs to be broken. So you take your handy dandy, and of course I got gloves on. That's how you do it, folks. Make sure when you're using a plasma cutter, there ain't nothing underneath that's gonna get cut that you don't want. Safety first. I had my welding gloves on. That was just a small little piece. And always have some food close by so you can have metal particles in your food. Oh, yeah. Perfect. All right, let's go grab a little hammer and we'll tap that out. The nice thing about a plasma cutter is the amount of time it takes you to cut something with it is literally 100% faster than using, per se, I could have cut this out with a jigsaw, with a metal blade. Sawzall, that would have been a pain. Okay, that's still a little warm right now, so we don't want to... Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, the one downside to the plasma cutter, you'll notice, you see the slag? Which you're going to get that with a normal torch too. But I found the easiest way to knock that slag off is to use, just put this in like a vise or something, And then what I like to do is they have these welding hammers. All right, they're okay for chipping it off, but they're not. I've noticed it's not the best. What I like to do is I have this big chisel right here, right? And I hold this on there, and then I just tap it, right? And that seems to work a little bit better than, per se, this type of style hammer. And I'll show you what I mean. The reason being that this is less effective is because when you're chipping, when you're trying to chip away at it, a lot of times you hit right here and you don't hit in there, right? So you lose a lot of the force of the hit because you're hitting this instead of this, right? Or you can use a grinder. Yeah, you can use a grinder too. That's actually better. But sometimes, you know, the grinder's already got a different wheel on it. That's like, for example, this one has got a used up cutting blade. I use this to sand down this little spot for the ground. The one thing I will stress about using a plasma cutter is you gotta have a solid, clean ground. If you don't have a solid ground, the plasma cutter will hate you. So, anyways, good point on the grinder. I didn't even think about that. Sometimes you can't get a grinder into places too. So, there is that, but how do we want to do this? I'm trying to think how we want to put this in the vise. Don't want to put it in that way. Put it in like this, and then rotate the vise or something, or we'll just put it in like this. We'll just put it in like this. Okay. Obviously, I can't do this two-handed, so I'm going to use this one. But as you can see, the slag just chips right off. But like I said, it's better with that other tool. Anyways, I'm done fooling around with this. I'm going to get the grinder out. Can you guys see me? Let's see if I got this. This is a cutting blade, so it's on tight. Alright. See, this is the time-consuming part right here. Alright. I'm going to set you guys down. Alright. Can I set you down there? Fall. There you go. Alright. What are you guys up to on this fine Friday? I thought I'd give you guys a small update too while you're tuned in. Tomorrow morning, we're going to look at a dozer. So, that's pretty exciting. I'm super happy about it. It is a TD9 dresser is what it's called, right? And it's got a 4-way blade on it, which I'm not too thrilled about. I would have preferred to get a 6-way blade, but it's only 10 grand, right? So finding a dozer for, you know, 10 grand is kind of hard. We can go ahead and shut this bad boy off. Swap electrical cords. Okay. Can I set you guys? Let's see. Can I set you guys right there? And I can set you right there. There you go. So basically, you know, get this thing set in here, like he said, and use the grinder. Problem is, if you don't have a grinding disc, this is a flap wheel, right? So it flaps the sandpaper. It does all right. But I want to take the rust off too. Hoping I was going to cut it. Now, let's grab my gloves so I can move this thing. Probably pretty warm from me sanding on it. Put it right like there. Let's see what we got here. There we go. One more spot here to clean up, and then let you guys take a look at it, and then we'll do the back side. not totally like a knife edge, but closer to like a knife edge, so it sticks in a little bit easier, depending on what kind of wood I'm chopping at. Oh, one more thing. Let's round this one off a little bit. We rounded the other one off. Let's round this one off. Okay, guys. Let's show you guys the result of this bad boy. Okay, so set that down. Set this down. Oh, I think we got it backwards here. This one. There we go. That's how it goes. Okay. Okay, so now we see where we have to file down a little bit more. All right. Just a hair in a few spots. So what we do, take this marker . Oops. There. And then right there. Okay. There we go, folks. Okay, so now what we have is there. Now we know what we need to grind down. And then we'll shine this side up, because that side's looking pretty good. Looks pretty manly, I'd say, for a chainsaw dog. Just something fun to make. And then, the nice thing about this, when this goes on there, so that goes on kind of like that. And, once we file that down, then it'll fit in there a little bit better. That one fits in perfect. You can see the dot. This less desirable because that corner right there has to be filed down. But see how this spike comes out? So now if I got a tree and I want to come in there, right? Boom. It's got all that space for me to come in and then saw into it, right? So, also, if I wanted to cut on the top, there's one right there. It sticks out a little bit further, easier to grab onto stuff. And then, if you noticed, these ones are kind of curved upwards. The purpose of that is when you're sawing, pretend my fingers are the saw. When you're sawing, you come in at it like this. What's up, J-Bo? You come in at it like this, right? And you saw down. And then you want to go further, right? And then you want to go further, right? So you come like this. And then what happens is if they're pointy, you won't be able to inch the saw down. But see how it kind of curves down? So you'll be able to... And then you work your way... Anyways, I kind of copied the design of the original ones, because that's how they were kind of designed. See, they're kind of angled upwards. So this saw can go under and then, you know, push its way in. Jabo, you're an expert logsman. What do you think of my new dogs that I'm making? If you're still on, you probably signed out, you busy guy. Well, the dogs, what do you think of them? What do you think about the new one that I just made? I'm not done making it yet. Still got a little bit left to grind down for my new chainsaw. Because I noticed, Jabo, when I was using this thing, right, see the dog? But if I want to cut a big tree, the dog doesn't even touch the log. See what I mean? It's good for small logs, you know, or smaller branches, but if you want to get into a big one, you have to hold the saw. You can't just jam it into the tree and then do your cut. You have to hold it there a little bit, and then you can get it in there. Anyway, kind of a pain. There's my lunch. It's getting eaten very slowly. Cold now. That's the life of a business owner right there. Cold lunch. Get used to cold lunch, guys, if you want to be a businessman. Anyways. Looks ugly? What are you talking about? This thing looks pretty cool. I like it. Not too many guys can say they made their own dogs. They do sell cool looking ones. They're like 30, 40 bucks. It's a little more than I want to spend on something that I hardly ever use. Of course, here I am spending hours of time making one. I don't know, I guess it's cool that I made my own, I guess. Anyways. What are you guys up to? Oh! I didn't do a video yet on the backhoe, did I? On the new tires? Did I do a video on that? I don't think I did a video yet. I'll show you guys. Let's go see the new tires. These things rock, man. They really do rock. There's the new tires. No, the reason I use the dogs, I like to use the dogs so I don't have to hold the full weight of the chainsaw. You jam it in, right? Jam the dog in, and then it holds half the weight of the chainsaw. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of lazy like that. The chain cuts ribbons. It really, it is super sharp. But, you know, I'm not used to holding the chainsaw all day, so it does get kind of heavy. You know what I mean? And I don't have a light bar on there, a lightweight bar and all that jazz and da-da. Anyways, back to the backhoe. Those are the tires. It lifted up this hoe off the ground. You don't want to know how much the tires were. Anyways, it lifted it up probably a good 3-4 inches higher. The tires were, let's see, I paid $2,500 out the door, but that was 4 tires and 1 tire for the trailer. I remember showing you guys one of the tires had a bald spot all the way around it. I finally got around to replacing that. Yeah, those back tires are expensive. Oh, man, they're expensive. And then, oh, I had a casualty when we were doing some clearing. I can't really show you. Yeah, I can show you. I guess I'll show you. That bolt came out, right? We lost that bolt somewhere. I don't know where it went. Maybe it just didn't have a nut on the end or something. Who knows? It got lost, though. Let's come up here. I'll show you my repair. New radiator hose. You can see where that rubs on there. But the part that got rubbed through wasn't right up there. Underneath, you can see where the fan shroud is. It's kind of sharp. Well, if you look at this, it's kind of bent from people just slamming this thing that way. So the hood is bent, so it pushes the hose down a little bit, and it was rubbing against that sharp fan shroud, so I put that extra hose over it. I thought it was covering that part too, but apparently it's not, so I'm gonna have to put another rub hose right on that where that wet spot is. Cover that up. Yeah, so those were the small little casualties of war from the land clearing the other day. It was fun though. I always got to put this muffler back on here because you don't want water going down there. The turbo on this thing sounds so cool. Maybe I'll do a video of it. I did take some video of the before and after on the property where when we were doing the clearing. So you guys will get to see some of that. I don't know when it's coming. Oh, maybe I'll do a video on how to buy a dozer or heavy equipment. You know, things to look at, things to, you know, once I've had it for a year, I'm sure I'll have spent a ton of money on it and I'll know what to look for. Actually, this time I got a friend going with me who's a operator, so he knows what to look at. Thankfully, not just going up there by myself. Yeah, it's got a Perkins in it. Dude, that thing sounds so sweet. I love the sound of that that turbo. It is cool. Anyways, what are you guys up to on Friday? I haven't been working. I've been working. I just haven't been getting paid to work. If you catch my drift. Put that in like that. There we go. What do you guys think? Should I paint these dogs blue? That'd be cool, huh? Blue and orange for the chainsaw, blue and orange for the truck. You know, and the trailer, blue and orange. I don't know. We'll see. That'd be pretty cool though. Alright guys. Get my hearing protection. I'm gonna finish doing that. You guys can stay and watch if you like. Yeah, right there. That's probably good. Good angle. Now, we got some sweet looking dogs. Maybe I should sand this side down just a hair more. It's got some rust on it. Yeah, might as well. Well, I got it here. Alright guys, remember, after you've been grinding on something, it's hot, just so you know. Okay, let's see, okay, if I remember, which one was the bottom one? I think that's the bottom one. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's try it this way. Yeah, there we go. I think that's right. No. I had it right the first time, I think. I don't remember which way it goes. Okay, let's just put it on this thing and see if it sits. Probably. There we go. I still gotta take a little bit more. Well, maybe not. I could make that work. There you go. Check that out. Let me turn the chainsaw over. Basically, there you go, guys. You guys should see the ones my grandpa made for his chainsaw. Ooh, that one fits in there perfectly. Look at that. Okay. Alright, well, I got a few things to mark. And then drill some holes. Oh, look at that. How did that happen? Maybe the blade cut it when I was pulling it on and off. Or it's just kind of cheap. My chicken's cold. That is some good chicken. Okay, now gotta flip this thing back over. Actually, you know what I think I want to do? I think I want to grind a little more on this corner right here. I gotta grind a little bit more. The only problem I'm having is that flap disc is about shot. Or I just had it at the wrong angle before. I don't know. One or the other. Not too sure, but that's alright. Okay, guys, I'll try that one. I'll try that out. Let's see how that is. Oh, you guys probably didn't see any of that, did you? Sorry about that. Let's see, this goes on like this. Okay, split second. Okay. So now that side goes in all the way. See where it covers the hole. Much better. Okay, guys. Alright, well, I'm done trying to do this two-handed. So, don't forget to pound that like button, pound the subscribe button, comment, share this on your social media site of preference, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Check out the Instagram and Facebook as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Maybe tomorrow when we go pick up the dozer. Maybe. We'll see.